Hi, you're here with Joe from JP Wargaming, and you're here for another episode of my tournament journey. Over this last week, I was looking on the events page and saw there's some tickets for the Vigilus Open Day tournament for 1,000 point game. I thought, well, why not? It's a 35 point game, it's only 1,000 points. I'll probably learn a lot before I even go to a more bigger tournament next year. So I spent a lot of late nights getting my army ready. And before I go into the matches I had, I'll talk about that list. So I brought obviously my salamanders. My HQ was Vulcan Hestan. He was my warlord, so he benefited from the +1 strength warlord trait. And then I also took a Terminator captain with a relic blade and a combi flamer. And for my troop choices, I took a squad of 6 intercessors, the sergeant with a power sword. Took a bare bones tactical squad with a last cannon in it for my firepower. I also took a squad of scouts. The sergeant had a plasma pistol, and for my heavy weapon I took the heavy bolter for the hellfire shells stratagem. For fast attacks I took 2 scout squad bikes with a minimum unit of 3 per unit. Also took an assault squad, bit kitted out, probably. That's where most of my points gone, unfortunately. I think I'll probably adjust that for the next list. So I had, my sergeant had a combat shield, thunder hammer, grav pistol, I had a flamer, a plasma pistol, and the eviscerator. For my elite choice I took the aggressors. Learned some really cool stuff about the aggressors, which I'll probably go on when I talk about the games. So for my first game, I had a game against Harlequins. Shout out to Will, one of the guys I met there, really top bloke. Learned a lot from him, as well as his friends Robin and Elliot. Absolutely brilliant blokes, really good day hang out with them. But obviously Will was my first game, so I played against Harlequins. Really good army. But he explained to me that it's a 50-50. With how games go, either you get your first turn and you get in, you get all your charges off, or you get shot down. Unfortunately, he got first turn, so my first game was a loss. It was the Eternal War mission, was basically like kill points. So every unit you killed, you get a point. Every objective you hold, you get a point. He got first turn, and I believe the map was Search and Destroy. So he got his first 10 charges in, couldn't get my Overwatch on, and he pretty much took away close to 6% of my force. My aggressors, they went, my nearly 2 squads of bikes went. I just couldn't keep up. The next phase, he just kept on charging, and the amount of attacks that Harlequins got, just couldn't do enough damage. What I did learn that game, of course it's my lack of knowing the rules as well, so I do recommend you get to know the rules, would be rules like heroic intervention. So if you have a character within 3 inches of a unit that gets charged, that character can then join the fight. Also, do not, well, for Harlequins especially, if in your deployment, I would really recommend this one point. Have you guys at the back of your board. Don't have him further up so you can get his first round charges in. And don't huddle them together, because all he needs to do is get one unit charged in and multi-charge several units, and they're pretty much disabled for the rest of the game. And the sheer amount of attacks, they can just do the damage. So spread them out. Don't let them get those multi-charges off by being close together. That's where I really went wrong. Another unit rule I learned was, for those who don't know Vulcan Estan's rules, he gets to reroll, all units within 6 inches get to reroll flame, flamer and melter weapons for all hit rolls and win rolls. So as I looked into this rule, especially for the aggressors, because they had the Flamestorm gauntlets, I found out that it's not just the shooting with their flame weapons they get to reroll everything, but it's also their close combat. So In future lists, I'll probably have a unit of 6 Flamestorm Aggressors, purely because all those rerolls in close combat with Volcanistan, and I'll probably end up bringing an Apothecary as well to really bring them back. They just get shot at, so having that Apothecary would really help. But eventually I got absolutely tabled by the Harlequins, just couldn't do nothing about it. But such a fun game. Game 2, I was against Necrons. It's only a 1,000 point list, but he managed to fit a Tesseract Vault in. 28 wounds. I think it's either a case with Necrons, either you ignore the Tesseract Vault and try and go for the other smaller guys, or you just throw everything into the Tesseract Vault. I end up taking out 1 unit of Immortals and taking about, I think it was close to 19, 20 wounds off of the top off of the Tesseract Vaults. So close. My assault squad almost got in, but the 20 shots it has with its weapons, he just got roll of those 6s, and they get extra shots with those 6s as well. Just couldn't get in. But if they did, they would have finished it off. That game again, just I think I was just trying to be too aggressive with my guys, especially without the assault squad. I pushed Vulcan too far forward trying to get those rerolls, and when those aggressors were gone, he was just open play to kill. But in total, once again, really fun game. And for the third and final game, that mission was Scorched Earth. Scorched Earth. Interesting game, Dawn War style deployment. I think it's interesting, but it's completely random which of those objectives gets taken away. For the third and final game, I went against Ultramarines. The mission was resupply drop with Dawn War deployment, and I went against those Ultramarines. He bought Guilliman. I don't know why my luck the whole entire game is I went against one big unit or one that's really, really good or super good at something. So my first game, like I said, Harlequins, just got in, super good at combat if they get the first turn and just run through you. Tesseract Vault in the second game, just one of those. Couldn't nothing about. And my opponent, Stefan, he had the Ultramarines, we just basically had them together, and I made a lot of tactical errors that game. I could have won it. All I needed to do was hide a captain at the end of the game and I would have won, but once again, I think my over-aggressiveness with the Salamanders just forgot to do it. I just couldn't hold on to my models in the game because with Guilliman, he got... of course, he gives rerolls on hits and wounds for everything that's within 6 inches. So he kept his Predator, kept his Redemptor Dreadnought close by, kept his Intercessors close by, and the amount of shots from charging to long range shots just absolutely couldn't. It was a better rule of my chapter tactic with roll 1 hit and 1 wound per phase for infantry and dreadnoughts. Just couldn't keep up. So once again, it was those errors of charging the assault squad at the Redemptor, or not hiding my Terminator cats at my last turn. Could have done it. We wouldn't have been able to do anything about it and I would have won. But in overall, I was really glad about the tournament. I got really lots of good feedback from my models for Vulcan, my Scout bikes, really good comments about how they were painted. I did put in the competition, didn't really get very far. I'm not sure how far I got in the painted competition, but there was some excellent models in the painted competition that day. But people said the really good things, so I was really happy about that. But like I said, I wasn't sure about doing a tournament this year, but I'm glad I did it. It was a small tournament. I wasn't putting £65 into a ticket and just getting thrashed because I had no experience. So next year when I do a tournament, I'll hopefully be a lot more prepared for it, get a lot more games in, and be a lot more prepared for those units like Drakari, Titans, the Knights, and all those really big top tier units. that can really do a lot of damage to you. So so this is my tournament journey so far. Sorry there hasn't been any videos recently so far because I've been sick and doing lots of hours at work or losing my voice, so it's been a lot of fun. However, this is my next video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please leave some comments about the list I told you. I feel like if there's any changes that I should make, or you know, for myself, I definitely felt like I shouldn't have brought mini squads of scout bikes. I just made it one big squad. Things like that. Just please comment and let me know. I want to improve, so I'm really open to feedback on how tournaments work and how my list should work. Anyway, please like video, set on notifications if you want to see more, subscribe, and hopefully see you next time. And shortly soon there'll be some more Get It Painted videos. So thank you.